In this lesson, I will show you how you can add borders and color to your cells. By default, there are no borders or color. The lines that you see here are not borders. They are simply guides to show you where each cell is. In fact, there is an option to hide them, but this is something you will learn in a future lesson. Borders are something different from these lines, and we'll see them right now. What I want to do is to create my own borders and background color inside these cells. To do this, I first need to select the cell range that I want to format. I will select the range D5 to H16, and from the Home tab in the Font palette, there is a tool for borders through which I have some border options to apply. I will click on the arrow to see in the list that opens that I can choose to add the left border or no border or all borders, and then any other option. As you can see, there are various options that exist in this list, and I can apply them directly from here. From the options I see, I will click on the one called Top and Double Bottom Border. Since the area is selected, I can't see the borders clearly, so I will click outside the area to deselect it. As you can see, the top part of the area that I had selected took the formatting of a simple line, and the bottom part took the formatting of a double line. Now we'll select the range E8 to H11, and I will click straight on the border tool, not the arrow that opens the list. Let me click on the cell outside the selected range to see what happened. As you can see, the same borders were applied without the need to open the list again. This happens because the border tool maintains the last border formatting option I chose from the list as the default one, and I can directly apply it until I select something else from the list. So depending on the cell or range of cells I have selected, the borders are applied there. I will now click on undo once before I continue to keep just the initial borders I placed. I want to show you now a couple of more options when it comes to borders. First, I will select again the range D5 to H16. I will open the list of on the border tool, and this time I will go all the way down to the option More Borders. Now I have opened the dialog box for borders. Notice that I am once again in the Format Cells dialog box like in the previous lessons. Here I'm just in a different tab from the Number tab and the Font tabs that I have already used. From here I have the option to define the style of the line. In fact, there are different levels of thickness depending on the line. I can define the thickness separately for each option. I will choose, for example, the double line that is here. I will also choose the color I want to have, let's say this orange from the standard list of colors. And then from the area called presets, I have some quick border formatting options. I can click on the outline to apply the border around the selected range, or I can click on the inside option to apply the border on the lines inside the selected range, or I can even click to none to deactivate it completely. Of course, I can also manually put the border formatting I want from the options below. For example, I will click on the option to put the line only horizontally in the middle. Now the option to put a border on the top, and on the option to put the border on the bottom side of the selected range. I will click OK, and I will click outside the area so that you can see better the formatting I applied. As you can see, the range now has a horizontal border on the top side of the selected range, on the bottom side, and in between the rows. I will select again the range D5 to H16. I will go back to the borders tool and two more borders, and I can again modify the formatting as I want. For example, I will deactivate the horizontal border in the middle. I will choose red as a color. I will select a different line style, and now I will apply this border on the left and the right side of the selected range. Generally, in this way I can apply whatever borders I want wherever I want them. I will click on OK to apply these changes, and I will click it outside the range to show you the new borders. Now, as you can see, the horizontal borders inside the cells are removed, and I have placed vertical borders at the sides of the selected range with the different formatting I set. Notice that the previous borders on the top and bottom they didn't change; they remained as they were. So I can make as many combinations as I want. Now let me show you how you can fill your cells with some color. Fill color is also known as shading or background color. These are all the same term. In simple words, it is the color with which I can paint the cell. First, I will select the cell range C5 to C16. Shading can be easily applied from the tool in the font palette, where this tool is called the filled color. I will open the related list and I will choose orange, so it's applied directly. If I want a different color, I will once again open the list from the fill color tool and I can select any other color I want, or I can even choose the option more colors and set exactly the color I'm interested in. Here I can select the color I want following the same logic I used for the font color in the previous lesson. So I will just click on cancel to exit this dialog box to see some more possibilities for fill color. I will open the dialog box from the font palette and I will move to the Fill tab. From here again I can choose various colors, although as you can see the label with the name of its color does not appear when I hover the mouse over it for a while. I will click on the More Colors option, which opens the window you saw before to select the exact color I want. I could do all these things from the Fill Color tool on the font palette. There is nothing new here. I will click on Cancel to exit the Colors dialog box, and let's see some more options available in this form. I can add a pattern in my cell background from these two lists over here. To better show you what the pattern does, I will first change the background color to a deep blue. I will now open the pattern style list and I will choose the thin diagonal stripe. Finally, I will open the list for the pattern color and I will choose orange from here. I will click OK and the pattern filling formatting appears inside the cells. And now, of course, you can't easily read the letters inside the range, so be careful when using the pattern filling. One last option I want to show you about shading is the fill effects. I will select the range D4 to H4. I will open the dialog box from the font palette and I will move to the Fill tab. I'll click the Fill Effects button to see the other options available here, such as the two colors, which is already selected when I open this tool. I will open the list for color 1 and I will choose orange, while from the list for color 2 I will choose the yellow color. From the shading styles area, I can select various other shapes and variations. I will select the option from center and I will click OK and again OK to apply this filling in the range. So what you need to remember from this lesson is that you can add borders and shading to your cells provided you first select the cell range you want to format. With the borders tool you can apply some of the suggested ones that appear on this list, or you can go to more borders and from here you can precisely enter any combination of borders you want. With the Fill Color tool, you can choose a simple color as a background to your cells. However, if you want some effects or a pattern, you need to go to the dialog box of the font palette and apply the changes from the Fill tab. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching.